Apples are one of the simplest, most accessible, and most powerful feeling foods you can include in a healthy weight loss plan. Often overlooked in favor of flashier superfoods, the humble apple brings a quiet, reliable strength to the table, offering hydration, natural sweetness, and a sense of fullness that lasts far longer than its modest calorie count might suggest. With their high fiber content, water-rich structure, and refreshing crunch, apples create a multi-sensory eating experience that satisfies both body and mind. Each apple is naturally portion-controlled and easy to carry, making it the perfect snack for on the go or between meals. One medium apple contains about 95 calories, 4 grams of dietary fiber, and virtually no fat or sodium. But it's the type of fiber in apples, particularly soluble fiber in the form of pectin, that makes them so beneficial for healthy weight management. Pectin slows digestion and helps regulate blood sugar levels, which keeps your appetite in check and reduces the likelihood of sudden cravings or energy crashes later in the day. When you eat an apple, you're not just putting something in your stomach, you're setting off a chain reaction of small, beneficial responses in your body. The act of chewing the crisp flesh triggers satiety signals in your brain, telling you that you're eating something substantial. The combination of fiber and water expands in the stomach, creating a sense of fullness that encourages you to feel satisfied with fewer calories overall. This natural slowing of digestion is a key reason apples make such excellent appetite managers. They give your body the time it needs to register fullness before you overeat. In practical terms, apples are incredibly easy to integrate into your daily routine. For a nourishing, easy snack, simply wash and eat one whole, skin and all, for the full benefit of its fiber. The skin contains many of the antioxidants and polyphenol that support metabolism, immune health, and blood sugar balance. If you want a bit more staying power, pair slices with a tablespoon of almond butter or a small handful of raw walnuts. The combination of fiber from the apple and healthy fat from the nuts creates a beautifully balanced snack that fuels your energy and tames your hunger in a deeply satisfying way. Apples also add brightness and natural sweetness to savory dishes. Try slicing one thinly and adding it to a spinach or kale salad with toasted seeds, goat cheese, and a splash of apple cider vinaigrette. The contrast of sweet and tart apple slices with the crunch of greens and nuts creates a complex flavor profile that turns an ordinary salad into something you actually crave. You can also dice apples into grain bowls or mix them into slaws and cold lentil dishes for added texture and a touch of sweetness without needing added sugar. For breakfast, chopped apples make a perfect addition to overnight oats, Greek yogurt bowls, or warm quinoa porridge. Their crispness softens slightly when mixed into these dishes, creating a spoonable, satisfying texture that feels cozy and nurturing. A sprinkle of cinnamon on top brings out the natural sugars in apples without adding any sweeteners, and cinnamon itself may also help regulate blood sugar, enhancing the effect even further. And while raw apples are usually the go-to, baked apples can also be a comforting, low-calorie dessert. Simply core one, stuff it with a bit of rolled oats, cinnamon, and chopped nuts, and bake until tender. It's a dessert that's warm, fragrant, and naturally sweet, one that satisfies a craving while still aligning with your health goals. Apples also serve a psychological purpose in a weight loss journey. They create the experience of abundance rather than restriction. Unlike highly processed diet snacks, apples are whole, vibrant, and alive with color and scent. They connect you with nature and remind you that healthy food can be deeply pleasurable. They're familiar, yet flexible, a fruit you've probably had your entire life, yet one that can surprise you in how deeply it satisfies when eaten mindfully. Eating an apple can become a small daily ritual, something you look forward to and savor. That crunch, that burst of juice, the calming sweetness that lingers afterward, all of it helps rewire the emotional patterns around eating. It helps you slow down, stay grounded, and experience food as nourishment, not just fuel or a means to an end. In short, apples are a quiet but powerful force for wellness. They hydrate, satisfy, energize, and protect. They work with your body's rhythms instead of against them. And they remind you that progress doesn't always require extremes. Sometimes, it's the simple, consistent choices that carry the most lasting impact.